your roof. It's the most important protection against nature for your home or your business. That's why I trust the experts at Exterior Home Solutions.
Rob Lewis along with Grant Ramey here with the Exterior Home Solutions Fast Break. Grant, Tennessee handles, George Mason, fairly easily tonight. 87-66 at the end. A little, close, half, through most of the first half. Last 5 minutes or so of the first half, Tennessee really pulled away, and it wasn't close afterwards.
I think it was a 6-0 run to close the half, 12-0 run to start the second half, 7-0 run, I think, maybe to start the second half. So to go from I think there was a stretch in the first half, 7 minutes, where they scored a combined 9 points, the two teams, where nothing was really happening. So for them to respond the way they did, to find the offense the way they did, Jonas to play the way he did, Tobey, and Josiah the way he's played all season, to continue that, and getting some guys back from injury. It was a good win, a good bounce back from a tough stretch in the schedule.
Yep, great to see. No long-term effects from Dalton rolling the ankle last week. Tobey is back, was wildly productive at 11 points, 7 rebounds in 11 minutes. But, for me, and I think for most people, the story of the game is going to be Jonas. 17 points, 8 rebounds, 2 of 2 for three-point range. But the biggest thing, Coach Barnes talked at length about, what Jonas could do for this team, how much more there was there for him last week after the UNC game. And Coach basically said, I'm going to make sure that, we play a way to take advantage of him. And tonight, they come out and Jonas makes it happen.
He's always been an interesting prospect, insane length, insane size, to be able to step out and shoot it the way he can, and the way that Rick has talked so highly about him the last 4 or 5 days, however long it's been since Chapel Hill. And to see that start to kind of come to life, and him to be as aggressive as he was tonight and as confident as he was, or he appears to be, it feels like this is just a starting point, and it's a really good starting point for the type of player he can be down low for this team.
Yeah, I don't disagree at all. And I think that Rick came out of that game, and probably not just the Chapel Hill, North Carolina game, but also a cumulative effect of Kansas, Syracuse. He's like, we're going to be better inside. We're going to be able to throw the ball in there and make something happen. And I don't think it's a coincidence that you see Tobey and Jonas combined for 28 points, tonight, and 15 rebounds. Again, one game, but pretty clearly that's been a point of emphasis, and they took it to the floor tonight.
It's really good to see them be productive, because you kind of know what you're getting from Dalton. It feels like you know what you're getting from Josiah at this point. Still need more from Sakai and Santi and some other guys, but to combine those two bigs with what they've seen on the wings and the talent, the depth on this team, what they can do, it adds a different piece if the post can be consistently productive.
Yeah, and again, we've all talked about depth on this team, but the depth that we're all talking about really is on the perimeter.
Right.
Not a lot of it in the post, and to see those guys, show up tonight like they did, I thought was key for this team. And, mid-major game in December, you don't want to make too much of it, man. A lot to like for Tennessee if you're just unpacking the box score tonight. Shot right at 50% all game, dominated on the offensive glass, didn't turn the ball over, and the most impressive thing from a team standpoint, they had 27 assists on 32 field goals. That's pretty strong.
It felt like they really needed that kind of game before you turn the attention to Illinois, because they struggled so much in the first half at North Carolina. They struggled to score it so much in Hawaii against some really good competition in Kansas and Purdue. But to play that way offensively and to share the ball the way they did tonight, probably as best they have all season, and to score 80-something points on a night where it didn't feel like anybody really went off like we've seen some guys go off this season. You needed that after that 3-game losing streak with a really tough Illinois team coming in on Saturday.
I thought just a really nice all-around performance. And, they're going to get tested again on Saturday. Illinois looked really good tonight in the Jimmy V Classic and scoring almost 100 points against Florida Atlantic. So early tip-off, it'll be a nooner for the Vols. But, it's just a really difficult early season schedule will continue on Saturday.
It'd be fun to have a home game with a huge crowd. We haven't had that yet. To have that big game feel for the first time, and it felt like we hadn't had a home game in 3 weeks or something like that. I think that was the number.
Exactly.
But for them to be back in Illinois and a tough Big Ten team, 2 really tough physical teams, I hope it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it should be a big test. Again, they look great tonight. 4-3 in November. First win of December, they're in the win column, and they'll get tested on Saturday. He's Grant Ramey. I'm Rob Lewis. That's been the Exterior Home Solutions Fast Break here on Volquest.com.